Now Douglas Mcgregor, now he was a student of Abraham Maslow. So we are supposed to stay focused, have a control, have patience, and then go with a stream of how the theory Y will take. Now theory X, the leader will behave as if he knows everything and he gets the work done through giving punishments. They will be focused, they have a strong determination and they have a belief that they can do it. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Vidhyaashram from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students. Now here in the third session, we're going to learn something more about motivational factor, leadership qualities and all. Let me just give you a glance what exactly happened in the first session and the second session. In the first session, I told you about more of motivation because the chapter itself is all about motivation, the advantages of motivation. And the previous class, I told you about Maslow theory, that is Abraham Maslow's theory. You take it from me, if you understand Abraham Maslow's theory and you go for a motivation, any kind of a factor, that is physiological needs, safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, or self-actualization, I'll tell you people are motivated for all these needs. Now today, which I'll be explaining you is all about a very new concept that is called the Douglas Mcgregor's X and Y theory. Now Douglas Mcgregor, now he was a student of Abraham Maslow. So understand the concept here. Maslow was a genius. And Maslow's student, Douglas Mcgregor, now even his theories are very famous, that is world famous this is. Now here when we go with X and Y theory, there are two theories which Douglas Mcgregor have given. Douglas was born in the year 1906. He was a student of Maslow and he had a kind of discipline in his life, and the discipline actually made him to reach the goal where he really wanted to go. He went for more than 30 years, that is like 3 decades only for the experiment that how a person is motivated on, how is the quality of leadership changes the motivational factor, why does the leadership style changes, what the employers wants, what does the employee wants, everything he went for an experiment and he came to a conclusion that there are two types of factors or two types of theory which is always there, that is called X and Y. Now Douglas Mcgregor was born in the year 1906. He was a great thinker, leader, management and leadership theorist. That is, he was a theorist. That too what? A very great theorist. Douglas postulated over 3 decades. I told you about like 30 years he took on to his experiments, research, analysis of all those things. Ago that every leader has to go with a core assumption about human nature, and these assumptions influence the style of leadership practiced by the leader. That is what he says. That is how the X and Y theory started. Now Douglas Mcgregor, he actually gave something called the theory X and theory Y. Now his view on leadership are great significant value because he was the first to apply behavioral science finding to the world of the business and leadership. The idea that a manager's attitude has an impact on employees' motivation. So here what he says is, it's just because of the assumption of a leader, the leader's style of behavior or the behavior will change according to the employees, where he finds that the employees' motivation factors are the base for a leader's quality or the leadership style. Now here what he explains is, he goes with a simple format of theory X and theory Y. We have two theories here. Now in theory X, what he does is, he feels that the leader attitude towards the worker, the leader behavior towards a worker, the leader's attribution towards a worker changes the leadership style. Say example, if the employees are weak, what does that leader feel is, he feels that he knows everything and the employees doesn't. And the employees always go with a kind of concept. I'll just give you in a very nutshell what exactly it is. Now, theory X, the leader will behave as if he knows everything and he gets the work done through giving punishments. And he is a person who will set a standard and all the other members should actually listen to him. So he goes for autocratic and authoritarian leaders. When it comes to theory Y, where the leader feels that people are to be treated equally with respect, care and gratitude. And hence the employees will also work for the betterment of themselves as well as the organization. So it's a behavior of the employees which will change the style of the leadership, is what Mcgregor Douglas actually goes for. And we'll go and we'll check what exactly it is. The idea that a manager's attitude has an impact on employees' motivation was originally proposed by whom? By Douglas Mcgregor, a management professor at Massachusetts. Massachusetts is a very known institution and it's a University of Cambridge, and here anybody who actually goes to Massachusetts, they will actually get the statue of Douglas Mcgregor and his references books. If you have any opportunity, please do go visit there and you will actually get a very good experience and which you can go with it. During 1950s and 1960s, he was a very known person in the entire world. Sadly, 1964 is the death year of Douglas Mcgregor, but from 1906 to 1964, whatever he has done, that we call it as the achievement. Now, we have two types of theory, that is theory X and theory Y. I'll be going with the theory X now. According to Mcgregor, theory X management assumes the following. These are the assumptions of it. Work is inherently distasteful to most people and they will attempt to avoid work whenever possible. That is what the first assumption is. Now here the leader feels that the employees, they don't want to work or they feel that they cannot work. That's the reason they avoid the work. The second one is most people are not ambitious, have little desire for responsibility and prefer to be directed. So here they will not take initiative. Until the leader gives them the work, the employees will not take any task. That is what the leader will always feel. Most people have little aptitude for creativity in solving organizational problem. So here the leader feels that the workers, they don't have their creativity, they don't have a proper mindset so that they can actually solve the problem. They feel that the leader feels that the employees are not at all fit to solve any problem. So they can't go for thinking out of the box. The theory X, the motivation which occurs here, please understand now. The motivation occurs only at the physiological and security level, that is your safety level of Maslow's hierarchy theory. Now let me tell you here Maslow's when it comes. Douglas Mcgregor was a student of Maslow and he was very closely associated with Maslow's hierarchy theories as well, and he knows that though his teacher told about the needs of motivation, why people get motivated from the physiological to the self-actualization, he is a person who thought that it is only in the X theory they feel that physiological and security level only those people actually think, later they will not. Most people are self-centered. As a result, they must be closely controlled and often coerced to achieve organizational objective. People will only mind their own business. Most people resist change. If there is any kind of uncertainty, people cannot work, is what Douglas says, and the leader will always feel that the employees who are under him, the people who are under him, they can't change, they can't stay for the changes, they can't actually cope up with the change, and the leader should always motivate them in a different way. Most people are gullible and unintelligent. Now here what happens is the leader feels that most of them, they don't have any knowledge about it, how to go for it. So it's like they don't use their brain, they only use their hands. That is how Douglas has portrayed in the theory X. Now in the theory X, again Mcgregor says something more about it. That is, here he says, Mcgregor makes the point that a command and control, please understand this, command and control environment is not effective because it relies on lower needs for motivation. But in modern society, these needs are mostly satisfied and thus are no longer motivating. And again he says, in this situation, one would accept employees to dislike their work, avoid a responsibility, have no interest in organizational goal, resist the change, etc., creating in effect a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now here what happens is, Douglas says that if you go with the theory X, what exactly they feel is, they feel that the work is not proper, they dislike the work, they avoid the responsibility, and he has come to this conclusion saying that theory X goes with those people who don't have any enthusiasm in them, they don't take any initiative, nor they solve any problem, or they can withstand any changes in the future. That is what the theory X says. When it comes to theory Y, now this is totally different of theory Y, where the higher level needs of esteem and self-actualizations are ongoing needs that for most people are never completely satisfied. There are people who never get that satisfaction. They always want to do something more. They want to earn more. They want to actually get more status. All those things. Here is theory Y for you. That is, as such, it is these higher level needs through which employees can be motivated. That is the best, be motivated. In strong contrast of theory X, theory Y management make the following assumptions. The first one is, work can be as natural as play if the conditions are favorable. People will be self-directed and creative to meet their work and organizational objectives if they are committed to them. So here it's like a cakewalk for each and every employee when they go with theory Y, because they know what to do and how to do it, and they're the one who always take initiative because they feel that, or they get motivated because they need to achieve that esteem need and self-fulfill, that is a self-actualization kind of a need. Now here the people have few of the more, that is, people will be committed to their quality and productivity, that is, can be objectives of any other goals also. They'll be focused, they have a strong determination that, and they have a belief that they can do it. And here objectives, if rewards are the place that addresses higher need such as self-fulfillment. Now here you can actually get the work done from these people by giving them some reward, and they are very much happy to actually perform, and that is how theory Y goes. The other more assumptions are the capacity for creativity spreads throughout organization. That is, each and every person will actually look into the other person, and if the other person is getting the reward, this person will also work more so that to get that reward. So motivation is within the entire organization. Most people can handle responsibility because creativity and ingenuity are commonly in population. Under this condition, people will seek responsibility. Now they are self-disciplined, like self-engineering kind of thing. Self-discipline, they know what to do, how to do, when to do, and who should do it. And they always take initiative, and they always take being a participative kind of a leader, where they participate in each and every activity and get the best out of it. And here seeing the other person will also get influence, and he'll also work for the benefit of the organization, because he knows that he'll get more profit if the organization gets more profit. So his salary can be more, he can get a promotion, he can get compensation, he can get so many benefits out of the company. And in theory Y, they say Mcgregor recognized that some people may not have reached the level of maturity assumed by theory Y and may initially need tighter controls that can be relaxed as the employees develops. Now, straight away we cannot actually go to the matured level of theory Y. So we are supposed to stay focused, have a control, have patience, and then go with a stream of how the theory Y will take. So these are what the theory X and theory Y says. It's a motivational factor which enhances our leadership style. Now when it comes to theory X, what happens is they have a set of mind saying that the workers cannot take initiative, but in theory Y, they say that the workers can take the responsibility initiative. In theory X, they feel that there is no creativity. In theory Y, they feel that creativity is everywhere in the entire organization. So this is what the Douglas McGregor's theory X and theory Y is. Any doubt regarding this, please do call us. We're always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.